This vlog covers events from Tuesday, June 2nd to Monday, June 8th. It was held up due to a variety of circumstances, but I wanted to post it before changing styles. Enjoy! Birds, I'm vlogging here! Everybody, and welcome to the very latest edition of Almost Interesting. Birds, I'm vlogging here! So today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is a day of the week that starts with T and ends with Y and has letters in the middle. Today, I think, for some reason, is one of the first days it's really sinking in that I'm not working anymore. That's what I'm not happy about. It's like I don't miss the job that I had. There are things I miss about it. It's kind of like when I left Disney and people were like, oh man, you worked at Disney. What was that like? And I always tell people, it was a regular job in a really cool place. And Wild Adventures was like that to a lesser degree. Wild Adventures was a regular job in a neat place. But I'm starting to worry about money and like what the next step I'm going to take is. You know, stuff that anybody that is recently jobless worries about. I will figure that out. I'm just at another crossroads in life. Almost Interesting, number 54, crossroads. I'm just at another crossroads in my life, you know, where I once again have to figure things out. And I'm not saying that I had things figured out before, you know, because working at Wild Adventures for $8.25 an hour is not having things figured out. You know, I readily admit that, but now I have even more to figure out. Ironically enough, it kind of pushes, you know, making a decision about, like, career stuff forward. You might think, oh, well, you know, now you don't have to worry as much about career stuff, you just have to worry about working at all. No, it's kind of the other way around, you know. I have to figure out if I'm able to get into a career job. I think that's what I've decided. I think that my next step is to look for a good career job in Valdosta and just keep searching until I find one. One that pays more than 8, you know, more than I was making before. Something with some responsibility, although I'd also like some free time, and those don't mix very well. In the meantime, I'm going to look into freelance, and I'm also going to explore the possibility of going into videography myself. I like editing. I have a camera. That's something that I can do, you know? I know it's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. You know, it can be hard work. But, who knows? Maybe it's something I can pull off. There's also the voice acting thing to look into. I got an email back on that, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. That class is being held in September, so maybe I can do that. All right, I told myself I was going to try not to ramble as much and have to edit through these long clips, especially at the start of a vlog. So it is 8 o'clock. It's funny, now that I'm not working, more of these vlog days are probably going to start with, hey, I'm getting in the car to go see Mom. But that's what I'm doing, and when I get back, I've written Almost Gaming, so I need to film that and edit it. And then it's time to jump right into what is for you last week's vlog, which I can tell you right now is going to be a little hard for me to edit just because of that just been fired sequence. That was an emotional moment, which, again, it's like, it's not hard for me to decide to include it, because, ironically, as I'm talking about this, I just looked and realized my Wild Adventures parking permit is still hanging on my mirror, and take that down. It wasn't hard to decide to include it at all, because I want this vlog to be a reflection of who I really am, and what I really feel at the moments that I'm feeling it. But as as this has been a nice thing up until now, as I edit these vlogs, I relive my week, you know? Which is a unique experience. You guys watch it and you live my week, but you're not me, so it's a brand new experience. Reliving the week is a different kind of a thing. And obviously I have a very distinct memory. I mean, it was so recently, and it was emotional, of what that time was like. And I just know it's going to be very visceral, and it's going to bring a lot of the things I was feeling right at the heat of the moment back to the surface. Look at that. That is just fantastic. How do you describe that color? And this is one of those cases where the camera's not even doing it justice. There are nuances that I can see with my eyes that you guys can't see in the camera. But I don't even know how you describe that color. It's weird. On the camera, the top of it is like brighter orange. And to the naked eye, it's pretty much all kind of the same shade of pink. And it looks like the Grinch a little bit. Yeah, but still, very pretty. This is so weird. That cloud that I was just videotaping, like the top of it went like and turned into all that. Weird, crazy sunset. This is the part of that same vlog that I basically just keep making every week, where I whine about guilt over visiting my mom. Really short visit tonight, like 5 or 10 minutes. She was asleep when I got in, you know, and so it's good in the... Whoa! I know more sunset stuff, but look at this! Look at this. It's like, I don't know what's casting those shadows, but just these lines of light. Friggin' amazing. Do a panorama shot. Huh. Those are some nice trees. Short visit. She was asleep when I got in. I talked to her like 5 or 10 minutes. And the thing is I just kind of ran out of stuff to talk about. And so I was like, Mom, are you tired? Because you were asleep when I got in. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I'm kind of out of stuff to talk about, to be honest. And she was like, I could probably go to sleep. And so it was at least good in that sense, you know, like I talked about before, that, you know, she's going to sleep and I'm leaving. But I got here late and our visit was short, and that's my fault. Guilt. Insert "you're a good son" comments here. I know. Okay, so one of the things I kind of tell myself is when I get guilty about short visits with Mom, I can make it up to myself by doing something with the time. You know, if I'm not going to be seeing Mom, I need to be productive. So I am going to head home and I'm going to clean up the kitchen. Richard made dinner tonight, some balsamic glazed pork chops that were excellent. He's a good cook. So I'm going to clean up the kitchen from that. And then I am going to do Almost Gaming.
You know, as we migrate from the moderate days of spring to the warm and humid days of summer, I'm often reminded of the summers of my childhood. A week at the beach, hanging at the arcade.
For a second, I thought about going out into our side yard. If you're kind of new to the vlogs, this property is a little more than an acre. But what I've shown you of it recently, I mean, I say that because very early on in the vlog's history, I did like a tour of the homestead. Click here to watch that tour of the homestead vlog. I'll also try to remember to put it in the cards, which I'm going to try to use. I want to transition over from annotations to cards. I think it's an easier system. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so, because like you guys always see the driveway, that's what I always do. But I'm running a little bit behind. Gee, there's a shocker. I need to go, I'm looking up here because there's, the pecans are starting to grow. on the branches. That's exciting. Not really, but kind of. Go see Mom, and then it's trivia night. Tonight's theme is up in the air, except that the air is that way, up in the air. So that's going to be fun, of course, as always. Still kind of de-stressing from the stuff that happened. I'm feeling a bit more accepting of it lately, and I feel like I'm kind of settling back into what is basically my not working routine. Working a lot on videos, helping out more around the house. Hello. Look at this ledge. Just to show you. I mean, she's not even all on it. That foot's hanging off a bit. That foot's hanging off a bit. This is my bedroom window, by the way. Sorry about the reflection of the light. That's my bedroom window. And she hangs out there. Sometimes it's just because she likes the spot. Sometimes it's because she wants to go in. Sometimes it's because she's hiding from other cats. But yeah, sometimes it's because she's hiding from other cats. Sometimes it's because she just likes the spot. Sometimes it's because she wants to go in and through the house to the food. And she wants to interact with as few cats as possible. So she wants to come in through my window. I can't let her in, obviously, now because I'm leaving. But say bye to the people. Meow. Meow. No. Done. Alright. Look, Twaffle did follow me. Aww. Miss Twaffle's getting so friendly with cats that have lived here their whole life. That's Taz. Hi, Tazzy. There's Aramis. You can tell it's Aramis because of that banding on the left leg. Alright, you guys, come this way. Pretty flowery plant. There's a lot of very, I wouldn't say exotic, but beautiful South Georgia plants. Striper! Meow! Striper! He's like, no, don't get me! You'll never take me alive, copper! And down here, we have a cat who needs to not be where she is in a minute. Hi, Squirmy. I'll tell you what's up in the air in Quitman, Georgia right now. Storm clouds. Hi there, folks. Prepare yourselves for the most poignant I just saw Mom's story yet. I was late because I ended up making kind of a complicated dinner. It was kind of a fish fry, just like jumbo shrimp and fish fillets and crab puffs, and then I ended up with mashed potatoes, and just, it was stuff. It was stuff. It was good, don't get me wrong, but it was complicated figuring out all the timing and doing the stuff. I got here at about 7:50, and I want to leave around 8:15 for trivia night. So I went in there, and she was asleep, but she woke up quickly. She said she's been asleep all day, which I kind of wish they had her doing therapy stuff, but maybe that's not an everyday thing yet. That's okay. She said she had a little bit of speech therapy, so that's good. I told her kind of quickly, I was like, I feel kind of bad that I woke you up because I can't stay long. You know, I need to go do trivia night. And I guess she's starting to notice that I'm saying this a bit. You know, it's like, I need to go to this party, or I need to go to this thing, and I feel bad that I'm leaving. And she was like, listen, I don't want you to feel bad. You know, I don't want you changing your plans because of me, because I can't go out and do any of those plans with you. So she, you know, she was like, I want you to go out and do things, and I don't want to be a factor in you not going out to do things. And that was really nice of her, and I really appreciate it. You know, it's just like, you know, of course you're a factor. You know, you're you know, she was saying like she didn't want to impact my time or my decisions, but it's like, of course you do, you know, of course you're a factor. Of course I'm going to come see you and, you know, spend time with you while you're recovering from this. She's very glad that I do come and see her as much as I do. As I was leaving, Mom was like, yeah, you need to go ahead and get out of the mood you're in. And I'm like, I'm in a mood? And she's like, yeah. I didn't think I was. And I was like, well, I'm going to have fun with my friends, so that should get me out of it. She said, yeah, go have fun. So I am going to try to race the rain to Valdosta and go to trivia night. You remember what I told you the topic is? Up in the air. Hi there, everybody, and welcome to another day in the driveway vlogs with Sean. Today is Thursday. Was trivia really just last night? Yeah, because I gave somebody a ride home and I just remembered, and that was last night. Wow. Already losing track of time and the ability of time and things. It's earlier today for my starting off the day and going to see Mom. It is 7 o'clock. I would like to have left already. I always aim to leave around 6:45, but hey, 7's not bad. I feel kind of weird today. I don't know how to place it. Not like, I know I say that enough to the point that you guys are probably like, you always feel weird. So feeling weird is not in fact weird. But it's a different kind of weird today. A little bit depressed maybe. I'm dealing with a lot of, let's throw it out on the floor, envy. So I was just catching up on some of the other YouTube vlogs I watch. And you know, I watch, you know, a lot of the big boys. I watch the Shaytards. I watch CTFXC and DLV. I watch Blair Bright. And things just are, you know, things are happening in their lives, and they have the ability for those things to happen because of the success that they've had on YouTube. And I in no way begrudge them for that. That wouldn't be healthy. You know, there's a line between wishing you had what someone else had and not liking them or being angry with them because they have something that you don't. That's the line between healthy and unhealthy. Watching vlogs is kind of weird because on the one hand, it's just like following a celebrity, you know? I don't know them in any way. But on the other, I'm happier for them than I am that just like hearing some celebrity, you know, is doing well for themselves. Because you really kind of establish a connection. It's not a deep connection, you know. All these people that are vlogging have such great lives, and it's not all necessarily because they're vlogging. This depression and envy is kind of twofold. Because on the one hand, it's just, I really want to be successful on YouTube. And I know that takes a lot of time and a lot of consistency, which is something that I've struggled with. If I'm going to become a popular vlogger, it's probably going to take a while. There probably needs to be more of a hook because my life is kind of boring. I admit that, you know, especially now that I'm not working at Wild Adventures. It's like if I was working at Disney and there was a lot of Disney in my vlog, I bet that might catch some views, as it were, but yeah. So I really want to be successful in YouTube, and I just kind of wish I had what they had in that way. And then there's also just being generally successful. Being at that stage in your life where you're buying a house, you know, going on vacations. I've just never gotten there. And I'm 32 years old, and 32 and a half, kind of, I think. My birthday's in January, so all you can do, all I can do, talking to myself, is keep working at what I can work at, keep trying at what I can try at, and just see what happens next, you know? I'm gonna get you, sucker! There's some lollipops in Mom's room. Anyway, hi. Just saw Mom, just to get that out of the way, because I'm going to talk about something else a little more, but good visit. Bit longer. She is very considerate. She has a roommate in her room, and she worries that we bother her sometimes. And so, you know, we watched Big Bang Theory, and I laughed out loud a couple times and stuff. LOL. And she gets to this point. This happens every so often. And she gets to this point, she's like, I think you should go. I think you should go. I think Miss Crown's trying to sleep. It's like, all right. See you later. A friend I was just talking to, you know, tried to give me a little reality check of like, you know, it could be a lot, you know, your life could be a lot worse. So maybe you should try being grateful. And yes, I'm grateful for the situation I'm in. I'm grateful for the things that I can do right now. That's him, by the way. I'm grateful for the things that I can do. But that doesn't mean I don't wish I could do more or had more, you know? The trick is to use it as inspiration. Wanting more is not bad in and of itself. The trick is to work for it, to fight for it. Turns out I didn't have as much to say about that as I thought. I'm gonna go home and clean the kitchen and work on videos. Editing number 53 in progress. Been doing that just about since I got home. Lonnie and Wander are on their way, and that happens on Fridays. So, yes. As you can see, it's after 8 o'clock. I'm late going to see my mom because I suck. I wrote Power Rangers today, so that's a little bit of productivity, but basically I've been lazing around, played some video games for a little bit, kind of on this vacation that I've said. I'm giving myself a little vacation. I'll be working pretty hard on Almost Gaming when E3 comes around, but for the time being, taking it kind of easy except for my videos. Like I said, I have to go see Mom. When I come back, film and edit Power Rangers. I'm going to work on a schedule for my videos. I need to do laundry. Laundry is a cool chore in that you can do it at the same time as you're doing other things, you know? So that's good for productivity. Hey there, bloggers. What are you doing peeking in my window? No, I'm kidding. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I've just been up. I haven't been productive. I know. I will be tomorrow, though. I'm just watching some Game Grumps and chilling, and I figured if I didn't have an interesting thing to show you, that I would at least give you an interesting shot as I talk to you. You are outside of my house, and this is my bedroom window. Pretty tired. I'm thinking I'm about to go to bed. Wanda and Lonnie are here, so that's always fun. Especially since I'm actually here and maybe we'll hang out with them. So that's the thing. So, I guess I didn't really have anything to say. I kind of just wanted to do this shot. You really are outside. I don't know a good way to, you see, like, it would suck if this thing dropped the phone. I'd have to go all the way outside and get it. See, that's the top of the window. So yeah, come on in and let's go to tomorrow. Hi there, everybody. No, I'm not in the window. I'm back out here in the side yard again. Today is Saturday. I didn't have to look at my watch because I looked at it earlier. Spoiling my own awesomeness or something. Whatever. Anyway, I've been thinking about the vlog a lot today. In yesterday's clips, there's 2 clips. One, just like this one, hey, I'm leaving to go see Mom, and this is what I've been thinking about. And then another where I was like, there should be more than 1 clip in the day, so I'll do a neat little window shot and say goodnight to everybody. Which is really stretching the definition of almost interesting. I still have to think about it, but I'm pretty sure that after this vlog, I'm going to go back to the old format or something very similar. For those of you who are very recently new to the vlog, before I got this phone camera and started doing this kind of a vlog, Almost Interesting was something where I would sit down in front of the camera and I would talk about some topic, whatever topic was on my mind that I wanted to talk about. I think what I'm going to do is make the vlog very similar to Dodger's Coffee Time series, which has gone on hiatus but is coming back soon, where she talks about her day with everybody while having a cup of coffee. I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do it every day, but maybe a weekly type of a thing where I talk about how the week went as a whole and some topic that I might want to talk about. I just feel like, I can't justify doing this whole documenting everyday thing for you guys when it's just, hey, I'm going to see Mom. Hey, I just saw Mom. This is how it was. Hey, I'm going to bed. Hey, I'm going to see Mom. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. At least when I was working, there was that little bit of variety to insert. Although even then, the vlogs were getting kind of samey. But I had the resources to go do different things if I wanted to, and now I don't. I want to be a vlogger. I like doing this. I don't mind it. It's not as much that I don't want to do it anymore. It's just that I don't see much of a point with the way my life is now. If I start working again, I would most certainly instantly return to at least doing weekly vlogs. And of course, eventually, I want to try to get myself to a point where I do daily vlogs. I do want to be a daily vlogger. You know what? I'm chatting with you guys. I'm going to walk in a different spot. I'm going to walk around the yard a little bit. So now you're not going to be listening to me. You're going to be looking behind me going, what's all that stuff? What are all those things? Maybe I should do another house tour one sometime. But that's a repeat. I'm babbling. Ooh, the grapevine's growing. See if there's any grapes on it, or if it's just leaves. I honestly have no idea when grapes would be growing or in season. It's been very hard to get grapes off of this grapevine because it's completely unprotected and the birds just go to town on it. I've seen like 2 grapes on it. Anyway, what was I saying? I want to be a daily vlogger one day and do that stuff, but there has to be justification. There has to be an interesting enough life to where every day is kind of a different journey, a different adventure, if you will. And I know daily vloggers have lives that sometimes get a little samey, but my life is extremely samey right now. I would go as far as to say that I don't think I could do a daily vlog while I was living here. Life is just too quiet here. That's not a criticism. It's very nice. There's a lot I really enjoy about living here, but not for a vlog. I'd want to live in some big city like Atlanta. there's a lot of kind of signs pointing at the fact that when I finally do move from here, that I will probably move to Atlanta. I would like to. It's a big city. It's fun. It would keep me close to my family. So I would enjoy that. I don't know. Ooh, there's an apple. Look at that. There's an apple on this tree. This was the apple I saw. And I was like, I don't see any others. There's one. This branch has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one. There's one. There's 2. There's 1. There's 2. One right there. One right there. One right there. One right there. Holy crap. One right there. One right there. One right there. There, 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 there. We're going to be rolling in apples. Something kind of interesting happened. I decided kind of at random, since we weren't, conversating, which is not a problem. I told her everything I had on my mind. I decided to turn on the Stanley Cup Finals game. By the way, that game 2, the Lightning won, as you probably know by now watching this. And I don't know if she was 100% interested, but she, I kind of just started explaining hockey to her, talking about the rules and what they were doing and stuff, and she was kind of into it. It was pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to get home. I have a kitchen to clean, and then I'm going to record Power Rangers, and I'm going to try to edit it. So, at this point, this is probably see you tomorrow, but we'll see if I record one more clip. Maybe I'll do a window thing again. Who knows? I'm going to press the button now. Bye, bye, bye! Turbo is proof that even a bad show can have a really good theme song. Inversely, Mystic Force is proof that even a bad show, or even a good show, can have an absolutely horrid theme song. And today is Sunday. Woo! It actually is a woo. It actually is a woo. Do you know why it's a woo? I'm going to tell you why it's a woo. Because for the first time since probably early March, I am going to the Geek Society Game Day. Yes! For those of you new to this, that is the day that we get together and we play board games. I have not been able to go since Wild Adventures opened because the park would be open on Sundays if nothing else. Even when it was just open weekends, Sunday is a weekend, so I couldn't go. And then last week, we had the party on Saturday night, and it went to like 3 a.m., so game day was canceled, but it is on this week, and I am on my way there. I'm going to see if I can grab some napkins, because that has been requested. Requested, woo! And then I'm going to go play some games. Again, just like with the party, I'm not really going to vlog in there, because I don't know who's comfortable with what, as far as that goes. I still haven't really gotten around to asking in the group. Okay, so it started at 1. It's already 1:30. I'm late getting out the door. Surprise, surprise, right? So I will talk to you folks later. You might be able to see that I am at the Presbyterian home, but I am actually not leaving. I just got here. I know, it's dark. I have a good reason this time. I just left game day. Board games with the Geek Society. As I said in the previous clip, it was the first time since working at Wild Adventures that I've been able to go. And after we finished up with the games, we just got into this really long conversation about science fiction, Star Trek, and Doctor Who and stuff. It was good conversation. It was good times. But I'm recording this clip, I guess, just to chronicle what I seem like right now, because I feel really weird. I think the primary reason is that I haven't had much to eat today. I didn't really eat before I left, and then I had like one slice of pizza and some chips and soda and stuff at the Geek Society. I do have a headache on this eye, like behind it, almost like a sinus headache, and I am really hungry, but I also just feel really disconnected. I almost feel like this is a dream, Things don't feel very real. it's disconnected and it's out there. And I thought I just wanted to see a couple of minutes of what I look like walking and talking in that way. Anyway, I am connected to the real world enough to know that I need to go in and see my mom, and then go home, eat something, and pack a little bag, because tomorrow my stepdad and I are going to Gainesville. He has a special dentist appointment there, and he will need me to drive him home, so I will go with him, and that will be a thing.